Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of group activities and how they can transform the teaching and learning experience for students. Group activities are more than just a way to fill time, they're a powerful tool for engagement, collaboration, and deeper understanding. When students work together, they learn from each other, share ideas, and develop essential skills that go beyond the classroom. In this video, we'll explore practical steps to set up effective group activities, tips for smooth facilitation, and ways to ensure every student benefits. Let's get started on this journey to better learning through teamwork. Group activities play a crucial role in modern education. They encourage students to communicate, collaborate, and think critically. By working in groups, students can tackle complex problems, brainstorm creative solutions, and support each other's learning. This approach not only helps students grasp content more deeply but also builds confidence and social skills. Teachers benefit too, as group activities create a dynamic classroom environment where everyone is engaged. Understanding the value of group work is the first step toward making it a regular part of your teaching strategy. Before launching any group activity, it's essential to set clear objectives. What do you want students to achieve? Are you aiming for improved understanding of a topic, better communication skills, or perhaps fostering creativity? Defining your goals helps you design activities that are purposeful and aligned with your curriculum. When students know what's expected, they're more likely to stay focused and motivated. Clear objectives also make it easier to measure the success of your group activities and make improvements for next time. Selecting the right group activity is key to student engagement. Consider your objectives, the age and abilities of your students, and the subject matter. Activities can range from problem-solving tasks and debates to creative projects and simulations. The best activities are those that challenge students just enough to keep them interested, but not so much that they become frustrated. Remember, variety is important. Mixing up activity types keeps things fresh and caters to different learning styles. How you form groups can make a big difference in the success of your activities. You might assign groups randomly, let students choose, or create groups based on specific skills or interests. Each method has its benefits. Random groups encourage students to work with new peers, while skill-based groups can ensure a balance of strengths. It's important to keep group sizes manageable. Typically 3 to 5 students works well. This allows everyone to participate and reduces the chance of anyone feeling left out. Establishing ground rules at the start of any group activity helps set expectations and prevent misunderstandings. These rules might include listening respectfully, sharing responsibilities, and staying on task. Involving students in creating these rules can increase their sense of ownership and accountability. Clear guidelines make it easier to address issues if they arise and ensure a positive, productive group dynamic. Remember, the goal is to create an environment where everyone feels safe to contribute. Assigning specific roles within each group can help ensure that everyone participates and that tasks are completed efficiently. Roles might include a leader, recorder, timekeeper, or presenter. Rotating these roles gives each student a chance to develop different skills and keeps the group dynamic balanced. When students know their responsibilities, they're more likely to stay engaged and contribute meaningfully to the group's success. Clear instructions are crucial for successful group activities. Take time to explain the task, the expected outcomes, and any specific steps students need to follow. Visual aids, written instructions, or examples can help clarify complex tasks. Encourage students to ask questions if they're unsure about anything. The clearer your instructions, the more confident and independent your students will feel as they work together. As students begin their group activities, your role shifts to that of a facilitator. Move around the room, observe group interactions, and offer guidance when needed. Ask open-ended questions to prompt deeper thinking and help groups stay on track. Avoid taking over, let students solve problems and make decisions together. Your support helps create a safe space for learning and encourages students to take ownership of their work. Collaboration is at the heart of effective group activities. Encourage students to share ideas, listen to each other, and build on their peers' contributions. Remind them that everyone's input is valuable and that working together often leads to better results. You can use collaborative tools like shared documents or brainstorming boards to help students organize their thoughts and work as a team. Time management is a common challenge in group activities. Set clear time limits for each part of the task and use timers or reminders to keep students on track. Encourage groups to plan how they'll use their time and to check in regularly on their progress. Good time management helps ensure that activities are completed and that students stay focused and productive throughout the session. Sometimes group activities don't go as smoothly as planned. Conflicts can arise or some students may not participate fully. When this happens, step in calmly and help the group find solutions. Encourage open communication and remind students of the ground rules. Sometimes reshuffling groups or adjusting roles can help. The goal is to create a supportive environment where challenges are seen as opportunities to learn and grow. Regularly checking in on groups helps you gauge their progress and identify any issues early. Walk around the classroom, listen to discussions, and ask questions to see how students are doing. Offer feedback and encouragement to keep them motivated. Monitoring progress also allows you to collect insights for future activities and to recognize students' efforts and achievements. Technology can enhance group activities by making collaboration easier and more engaging. Tools like shared documents, online whiteboards, and communication apps allow students to work together even when they're not in the same room. Encourage students to use these tools to organize their work, share resources, and communicate effectively. Just be sure to provide guidance on how to use technology responsibly and productively. Reflection is an important part of the learning process. After each group activity, give students time to reflect on what they learned, what went well, and what could be improved. This can be done through group discussions, written reflections, or feedback forms. Reflection helps students internalize their learning and develop self-awareness, making future group activities even more effective. Assessment is key to understanding the impact of group activities. Consider using a mix of self-assessment, peer assessment, and teacher evaluation. Look at both the process and the final product. How well did students work together and what did they achieve? Clear rubrics and criteria help make assessment fair and transparent. Remember, the goal is to support learning, not just to assign grades. Feedback is most effective when it's specific, timely, and focused on improvement. After group activities, provide feedback that highlights strengths and suggests areas for growth. Encourage students to give feedback to each other as well. Constructive feedback helps students understand what they did well and how they can do even better next time, fostering a growth mindset. Celebrating group achievements boosts morale and motivation. Take time to recognize both individual and group successes, whether it's through praise, certificates, or sharing work with the class. Celebrations don't have to be elaborate. A simple acknowledgement goes a long way. When students feel their efforts are valued, they're more likely to stay engaged and enthusiastic about future group activities. Every classroom is diverse, and group activities should be inclusive of all learners. Adapt tasks to suit different learning styles, abilities, and backgrounds. Provide extra support where needed and offer choices in how students participate. Inclusive group activities help every student feel valued and capable, contributing to a positive classroom culture. Group activities are a great opportunity to foster creativity. Encourage students to think outside the box, try new approaches, and express their ideas in different ways. Creative tasks like designing posters, making videos, or inventing solutions can make learning more engaging and memorable. When students are free to be creative, they often surprise themselves with what they can achieve. Effective communication is essential for successful group work. Group activities give students the chance to practice speaking, listening, and presenting their ideas. Encourage students to use clear language, ask questions, and give constructive feedback to their peers. Over time, these experiences help students become more confident communicators, both in and out of the classroom. Group activities are a natural setting for students to develop leadership skills. By taking on roles like group leader or project manager, students learn to organize tasks, motivate peers, and make decisions. Rotate leadership roles so everyone has a chance to lead. These experiences help students build confidence and prepare for future responsibilities. Group activities often involve solving problems, analyzing information, and making decisions together. These tasks encourage students to think critically, weigh different perspectives, and justify their choices. Encourage students to ask questions, challenge assumptions, and support their ideas with evidence. Critical thinking is a skill that benefits students in every area of life. Working in groups helps students develop important social skills like cooperation, empathy, and conflict resolution. Encourage students to listen actively, respect different opinions, and work through disagreements constructively. These experiences help students build positive relationships and prepare for teamwork in the real world. Connecting group activities to real-world issues makes learning more relevant and engaging. Present students with authentic problems to solve, such as community challenges or current events. This approach encourages students to apply their knowledge, think critically, and see the impact of their learning beyond the classroom. While group activities are valuable, it's important to balance them with individual tasks. Some students may prefer working alone or need time to process information independently. Offer a mix of group and solo activities to cater to different preferences and learning needs. This balance helps all students thrive and ensures that everyone has a chance to shine. Positive classroom environment is essential for successful group activities. Foster a culture of respect, encouragement, and support. Celebrate diversity and make sure every student feels welcome and valued. When students feel safe and supported, they're more likely to participate actively and take risks in their learning. Group dynamics can be complex, with different personalities and working styles coming together. Pay attention to how groups interact and step in if issues arise. Encourage students to reflect on their group's strengths and areas for improvement. Over time, students will learn to navigate group dynamics more effectively, leading to better outcomes for everyone. Peer teaching is a powerful way to reinforce learning. Encourage students to explain concepts to each other, answer questions, and share their expertise. Teaching peers helps students deepen their understanding and builds confidence. It also creates a collaborative classroom culture where everyone learns from each other. Icebreakers are a great way to start group activities, especially with new groups. Simple games or questions help students get to know each other and build trust. Icebreakers set a positive tone and make it easier for students to collaborate. Choose activities that are fun, inclusive, and relevant to your group's needs. Accessibility is key to ensuring all students can participate fully in group activities. Consider physical, sensory, and learning needs when planning tasks. Provide materials in different formats and offer alternative ways to participate. When activities are accessible, every student has the opportunity to contribute and succeed. Involving parents in group activities can enhance student engagement and support. Share information about upcoming activities and encourage parents to discuss them at home. When families are involved, students feel more supported and motivated to participate. Open communication with parents also helps address any concerns and builds a strong school community. After each group activity, take time to evaluate its effectiveness. Did students meet the objectives? Were they engaged and collaborative? Gather feedback from students and reflect on what worked well and what could be improved. Continuous evaluation helps you refine your approach and make future group activities even more impactful. Encourage students to document their group work through notes, photos, or digital portfolios. Documentation helps students track their progress, reflect on their learning, and showcase their achievements. It also provides valuable evidence for assessment and reporting. Make documentation a regular part of your group activities to support ongoing learning. Group activities are a safe space for students to take risks and try new things. Encourage students to step out of their comfort zones, experiment with new ideas, and learn from mistakes. When risk-taking is supported, students become more resilient and open to new learning experiences. Cross-curricular group activities connect learning across different subjects, making it more meaningful and engaging. For example, a project might combine science, math, and art. These activities help students see connections between disciplines and apply their knowledge in new ways. Cross-curricular work also encourages collaboration among teachers and students alike. Bringing real-life scenarios into group activities makes learning more relevant. Use case studies, simulations, or role plays to immerse students in authentic situations. This approach helps students develop problem-solving skills and prepares them for challenges they may face outside the classroom. Self-assessment helps students take ownership of their learning. After group activities, ask students to reflect on their contributions, strengths, and areas for growth. Self-assessment fosters responsibility and helps students set goals for future improvement. It's a valuable habit that supports lifelong learning. Group activities can impact students' emotional well-being. Create a supportive environment where students feel comfortable expressing their feelings and asking for help. Pay attention to group dynamics and be ready to offer support if needed. When students feel emotionally safe, they're more likely to participate fully and enjoy the learning process. Trust is the foundation of effective group work. Encourage students to be honest, reliable, and supportive of each other. Trust-building activities and open communication help groups function smoothly and achieve their goals. Over time, students will develop stronger relationships and work more effectively together. Accountability ensures that every group member contributes to the task. Set clear expectations and encourage students to hold each other accountable. Use checklists or progress trackers to monitor contributions. When students know they're responsible for their part, they're more likely to stay engaged and committed. Support doesn't end when the activity starts. Continue to offer guidance, encouragement, and resources as students work in groups. Be available to answer questions and help resolve issues. Ongoing support helps students feel confident and ensures that group activities are successful from start to finish. After each group activity, take time to review what worked and what didn't. Gather feedback from students and reflect on your own observations. Use this information to revise and improve future activities. Continuous improvement ensures that your group activities remain effective and engaging for all students. Flexibility is key when working with groups. Be prepared to adjust your plans based on students' needs, interests, and feedback. Sometimes, activities may need to be modified on the spot to keep students engaged or address unexpected challenges. Staying flexible ensures that group activities remain relevant and effective. Summary: group activities are a powerful way to enhance teaching and learning. They foster collaboration, communication, and critical thinking, while helping students build essential life skills. By planning, thoughtfully supporting students, and continuously improving your approach, you can create group activities that are engaging, inclusive, and effective. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Here's to more successful group activities and better learning experiences for all students.